Has a woman ever rejected you, ghosted you, or just plain old stopped responding to you? Then you may have been doing things that were creeping her out. And unless you fix this, it doesn't matter what amazing compliments or amazing skills you show at the date, it's just not going to work out. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 creepy things that most guys do and don't even know it. And the last one is especially the worst one. It's so bad that a lot of guys are doing it and they think that it's actually normal. Stay tuned to find out how by tweaking 3 really simple, easy things is going to resolve all those creepy tendencies away in an instant. We're going to count down from number 5, trying too hard to impress her. So I'm going to tell you what that looks like. And I also want you guys to know that all 5 things we're going to be talking about are things that I see on every side of the interaction with a woman, whether it's during an approach or during just a normal interaction with her or even on a date. These 5 things are common throughout all of it, including trying too hard to impress. So what that looks like, and what I see my students doing this in the beginning over and over again, is they think that they need to impress her. And they do this by doing things such as being way too agreeable, by thinking that every word she's saying is the holy grail, by not knowing what to say and instead using filler words, kind of like, wow, that's amazing. That's incredible. I had no idea. For example, she might be telling you that she's an art student and you have no idea about art. But instead, you're trying to make her feel good, trying to impress her. So you start dropping nuggets about the little art that you do know. And every word that comes out of her mouth, you're just overemphasizing and putting on a pedestal. So you're saying, wow, that's incredible. That's amazing. You're probably really talented. I'm sure you are. Guys, that's not cute. And we can tell that it's not genuine. So if you're curious about it, ask. But you don't have to try so hard to impress. And also, if she drops in a term that you don't know or a subject that you're not that familiar with, instead of trying to cover it up and pretend like you know all about it, actually say, you know what, I don't have too much knowledge on this. What is that about? It is so much more attractive and confident when you own your stuff versus trying to cover it up because you think that it's more impressive that you know. Number 4, a forced smile or faked smile, and that includes laughing as well. So what I see all too often is when guys are in the situation where they're trying to create a pleasant conversation, all of a sudden that disingenuous smile comes up and it just does not look real. It looks like you're uncomfortable in your own skin, actually, is how it comes across. It looks like you are trying too hard to be agreeable again, to make us feel good. It makes us feel like we can't see the real person underneath that mask. It also is one of the things that I see a lot of our students do, especially with that forced laugh. They're uncomfortable with the tension that's created. So laughing is, and also smiling, is a surefire way to kind of break that tension within our own bodies and within the situation. Guys, tension is what we need. Do the opposite and actually emote how you're feeling. If you're nervous, tell her that you're feeling nervous and allow yourself to feel nervous. Number 3, standing too close. Now, I want to be clear what I mean by standing too close because I don't want you guys to start standing hundreds of feet away. What I do mean by this, though, is that you are energetically standing too close. And that comes off really needy. You can almost see it in someone's body, right? It's this over eagerness. It's being so forward in your energy and in your body as you're almost coming off as just very insecure and that you need to get in her space and you are just taking from her. Instead of having this forward, oh my gosh, we got to make this work. I got to get her to like me. Take a step back, relax, be grounded, be present, enjoy the moment versus forcing to make it happen. That's what I mean by standing too close. It comes off as that needy, wanting energy instead of just like, hey, I'm checking out what's going on here. I'm seeing if this is a good fit. Take a step back, breathe, and allow yourself to feel the moment. Number 2, super intense and overly serious. So again, I see this especially with my students, whether it's in an approach, during just a conversation, or on a date. And that's the worst because dates should be fun. Talking to women should be enjoyable. It should be a pleasant experience where you're creating connection, where you're exploring if there's chemistry there. And I see guys just taking the interactions way too seriously. It starts coming off not only almost as if it were an interview, but almost an interrogation. There's a list of questions that a lot of guys have, or they're scrambling in their minds to try and find question after question after question, where it's just exhausting. You're not letting the conversation have any room to breathe. You're not really being in the moment to truly listen what she's sharing with you. You are more in your mind thinking where you want to take the conversation next, what questions you want to ask her next. You're really concerned that you will run out of questions or conversations or just things to talk about. That's not fun, guys. That's not fun for you, and it's certainly not fun for her. So start letting go of those questions and start seeing what the moment needs, not what question you have to ask her next, which gives the entire vibe just a very serious kind of mood. You want to be a little bit more challenging in a playful way where you're flirting, you're bantering, you're having fun, where this is a good time. It's a good time for you and it's a good time for her. And drum roll 2, number 1, lingering. What I mean by lingering is lingering in all different types of interactions, whether it be eye contact or eye gaze or being in your head or waiting for her to finish a conversation before you approach, or even your touch, your hand on her shoulder, just resting there, lingering. It is so awkward and it is so creepy. And I'm going to help you guys stop it once and for all. So why does lingering happen? There's actually a very simple reason. Ready for it? You guys are spending way too much time and effort in your head, waiting for a moment, trying to figure it out, and how it comes across as not real, not authentic, not natural. And when you're not natural, that equals
creepy.
So stop lingering. I see this also when you guys are at the bars or the clubs or lounge. You get a drink and you park yourself in the corner, and like a creepster, you're waiting around to see who's approachable, who you like, who's giving you any kind of signals. And I call this the owl syndrome, where you're just perched up with your drink or with your phone because you're feeling uncomfortable and awkward, and you are not having fun, you are not socializing, you are not there for you, you are there with hopes of picking up on someone, and it is creepy. By the way, guys, as women, we can always tell, for the most part, when you are looking at us and when you are thinking or debating about approaching us. We feel the eyes on us, and it makes it really awkward when you are in your head debating, is now a good moment? Should I do it? Maybe she's out of my league. Maybe that's her boyfriend. I don't know. I'll wait until she's off the phone. Guys, stop with the lingering. It's going to help so much. During a date, you're going to want to escalate the mood, the vibe, so that you can make it more romantic and so that it doesn't stay the same wavelength and all friendly getting to know each other. In order to do that, you need tension and you need touch. So if you haven't been touching her throughout the whole date, it's going to come off really creepy if all of a sudden you decide in your head, oh, this is the moment that I'm going to go in for the touch. And you just plop your hand on top of hers and then you leave it there. Same thing with you haven't touched her the whole date and then you rest your arm on top of her shoulders and just leave it there. It is weird. So you have to start touching from the get-go, small, innocent little touches so that when that moment does come up, it's much more seamless. So now, the moment that you've been waiting for, I'm about to share with you the 3 things that you need to do that will instantly dissolve every ounce of those creepy vibes that you've been giving off. Number 1, stop making it all about her looks. Yes, her looks are what got you attracted, but it has to be deeper than that. We as women do not want to feel like a piece of meat. We want to feel like you are interested in getting to know us as people. So start getting curious and start getting really present with her. It's going to change the game when you're not overly focused on her looks and you're not overwhelmed or intimidated with her looks, where you're just attracted to her. She may be a knockout and stunningly gorgeous, but there's more to her than just that. So start getting curious. Number 2, stop micromanaging yourself. And what I mean by that is we need to stop with the overthinking, the over planning. It's how you're coming across by being in your head, waiting for a right moment, being overly calculated with what you're going to say, where you're going to put your hand. And guess what? That means more time in your head, means less being natural in your body. And that's what creepy is. And by the way, guys, if you're worried about coming off creepy, now you're going to come off creepy. So stop worrying about being creepy and start doing things that feel normal and natural to you. And so here's what you're going to do. Number 3, take action. So what I like to teach my student is the 3-second rule. The 3-second rule means when you have a thought, you have 3 seconds to go and act. So you see a girl that you like, you see a woman that you're attracted to, 1, 2, 3, go. Go and do it. Even if you have nothing to say, I'd rather you go up to her and say to her, wow, you are absolutely stunning. I just wanted to come up and say hello to you, but I am incredibly nervous and I don't know what to say, but hi, I'm John. So much more real and authentic than waiting minutes on end until you come up with some amazing line that she's not going to respond to because you're saying it in a really creepy way. Now, if you're still struggling with getting out of your head, or you're having a hard time allowing yourself to be natural and present with women, or you're just fed up with trying to figure out your dating life on your own, then I want to see if we can help. In our training, not only do we show you how to meet women in real life, we actually bring in models and have you role play with them so we can uncover whatever unattractive behaviors and beliefs you have with women. Our trained models are going to give you a real, unfiltered, uncensored feedback on how exactly you're coming across to women and the impression that you're making them feel. When else in your life are you ever going to experience that? They're very bluntly going to share that with you. So this is not for the faint of heart. I hope that you're ready for this. We'll give you the feedback. You're going to do the model training. You're going to repeat this process over and over again until that fear and anxiety dissipate, and where you can now naturally start connecting with women. It's not such a forced ordeal on you. You see, this process is giving you the experience of talking to about 50 to 100 beautiful women, but instead of that taking months or even years to do so, we're going to give it to you in just a few hours. Oh, and if you struggle with getting nervous, or you don't feel like you can be yourself around really beautiful women, this process will help you let that go so you can finally feel confident and free to be around women that you like. Our model training is one of the fastest shortcuts to transforming your confidence with women. And by the way, this is just one aspect of our coaching process. What we're going to be helping you let go of is that needy, insecure, unattractive behaviors. And instead, we're going to be unleashing that confident, masculine, attractive man that you have inside of you and you don't even know it. And when that happens, guess what? Meeting women is easy. Dating her is easy. Keeping her in love with you is easy. And this transformation will impact all areas of your life, your work, your friendships, how others treat you, absolutely everything. So if that sounds interesting and like something that could benefit you, and you're curious to see exactly how our coaching can help transform you into that confident man that starts dating beautiful women in the next 90 days, then I want you to click the link below and I want you to book a free consultation call with us. We're going to get to know you, we're going to get to know your situation and identify exactly what's been holding you back. So go ahead, click that link below and schedule a call with us today. I can't wait to see you soon.